obviously we are going over hang on Sloopy. We saw this from the vets last week. What you're going to see is when they start this motion, the very first little jump is a tiny little arc over the starting position over here. And then they're going to go from there in what we like to think of as like half of a McDonald's arch. So if you think of the bright yellow M, just one of those arches, or for math nerds, a hyperbolic sine or cosine is what we're going for right here. Think of the gateway arch initially, same thing. So we're just going to have them demo and we'll go from there. Your drill is hang on Sloopy. Da 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 da.
While this goes on, notice how Katie's knee is bending down while she goes. When you're doing the Sloopy step, you don't have to bring your leg up all the way that 90-degree angle because that bend in your other knee is going to raise it up even more. While vets teach this, vets go ahead and stand in front of a candidate so you guys can notice how they're going from shoulder to shoulder. That's the width you want to keep your Sloopy swing at.
Yeah.
Let's do short Sloopy at the end. Short Sloopy.
FYI, short Sloopy starts at that key change. We will have you guys do short Sloopy. For the candidates back there who aren't, hi. So have your guys' attention. Short Sloopy is at the key change, FYI.
At the key change, so you'll start on those E's, F's, and you'll hear the bass line go bum 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 bum. And the up is up. So just think that out in your head anytime you do this. So short Sloopy, and this time watch for the end. They'll go yeah at the end. Their instruments are going to be 45 degrees out and 45 degrees up. Same thing as the hats are. Cool. All right. Sorry. So again, that's 45 degrees out and 45 degrees up, and you want to look at the way they're holding the instrument. The bell itself is going to be in the same plane as the arm. If the arm was forming a plane perpendicular to the ground, that's the plane that your bell is going to be in when you're holding it straight out and up. Does that make sense? Cool. Tap, tap, tap.
During tryouts and anytime we do Sloopy during summer sessions, you are expected to hold your horn still until you hear the drum clicks. You're not supposed to move this horn down or at all until you hear the 3 taps to move your horn down back to attention.
And it's one swift motion, so tap, 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 rest, tap. And you want to bring it right back. There's a lot of movement down here as you bring your instrument back down. It's really noticeable from the rest of the block.
One other comment,
Yeah, round of applause, round of applause.
Woo!
We are still looking for a good toe point here too. So just because we're having you do a little bend in your knee, don't just let this flat. Keep a good toe point during this too.
Also, one very common tendency is because you're having this slight sitting motion when you're doing the Sloopy step. One really common tendency, and I do this myself, is to actually overextend and come above parallel. So you don't want to do that. You want your thigh to meet parallel every time you're doing this, okay? So don't pitch up so high that you're knees to abs, okay? Cool, makes sense? All right, vets.